welcome to the Noted Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Daniel, and with me is your other host, Eric. And today we are doing our extra little episode. We didn't really tie it into the Batman movie that we watched, but we were just going to tie this into... we just kind of came up with the topic, and the topic we want to talk about is conspiracy theories. You know, with the internet and the availability of literally, if you want something to be true, you can find something that tells you are right out there.
Oh God.
There is a lot of information. And when I say information, just lots of words. It's not factual information, but there's a lot of information out there. And that brings us to a lot of different conspiracy theories. And, you know, the thing that kind of sucks about conspiracy theories is some of them aren't that wild of thoughts. And I'm like, you know, I want to believe you, but also, you also tell me the Earth is flat and the moon was faked. The moon landing was faked. And now at this
starting
point,
out strong, Daniel.
and now it's hard, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many crazy things out there that it makes all the other stuff that's less crazy a little less credible, and it's hard to believe any of them at that point. You know what I mean? Because they just get labeled as you're crazy and that's a theory. We don't even need to talk about the flat Earth theory.
No, let's not.
Yeah, if you listen to this podcast and you think the Earth is flat,
quit listening.
Yeah,
No, wait, no.
I don't want to say. I don't want to tell you to not listen because you might be our only viewer.
No, actually, no. If we tell them to not to, they will.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I think you need to go back to school.
Or, you know, just like type in YouTube live stream International Space Station.
Yeah. Well, no, that's all fake. That's faked by the government.
Oh, yeah, wait, yeah. Right.
Yeah, why would they believe it? Dude, see, that's what I love about those type of theories is, like, it just always comes back. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's like, if your backbone to your argument, it's fake. Like.
You're fake.
Is it really an argument? And, like, the whole, like, I was watching a thing. No, I'm getting the flat Earth.
Do it.
So, not the flat Earth, but the fake moon landing. I was watching something. I was talking. This guy, he was on Joe Rogan. And he was talking about
prime conspiracy content right there.
Oh yeah, and he was talking about the moon landing being faked, and he was talking about, like, yeah, dude, the government doesn't want you to know, man. They're trying to, like, and he was talking about the flat Earth and then the fake moon landing. He was like, they're trying to just, like, hide it from you, man. Like, we're like,
hide what?
We're in a dome, dude. They're hiding it from you. They want to convince you. I'm like, okay. Let's just assume the government is hiding the fact that we never went on the moon and the moon isn't real because you're saying it isn't real.
It's just cheese.
And let's just assume that the Earth is flat, as you're saying the Earth is flat. What does the government benefit from telling us that the Earth is round? There is literally no benefit outside of just lying to us. And then also, why would the government and every other world government agree to hide this one thing? Bro, imagine that our governments around the world were that good at working together that they could hide the Earth being round from us. There would
man.
It's
called the Illuminati, bro.
There would be no more world hunger. There would be no there would be no wars. If the governments were that good at working together, if they were that good at working together, bro, there would be no fuck, dude, we would have a one world government at that point. You kidding me?
Gross.
Like, there's no way that why would they do that? There's no reason to do that.
No, man, that's the conspiracy. Is that we all are already under that, bro. I'm just gonna be
that man. You're just gonna be that voice the whole time.
Welcome to the persona of Surfer Eric. Yeah, man, he's just like the sun, bro. It's fake.
Surfer Eric has an IQ of 80, apparently.
Bro, the sun does not rotate. We do not rotate around the sun. The sun rotates around us, and it's flat, bro. We're on a canvas, man.
We're on a canvas. Dude, I just... Yeah, if you can't tell, we don't necessarily believe that a lot of these conspiracy theories. There is... So I was looking at a website that talked about them, and the moon landing being a hoax is something that just confuses me, because we made a space race with the Soviet Union to pretty much stop us from trying to nuke each other the whole time. You'd think if we faked it, the Soviets would have gone out of their way to prove it.
Yeah.
Why
I don't think it'd be that hard to not prove it either.
Yeah, why would the Soviets just be like, oh, guess they did it, guys. Like, roll over, end the war? Like, no, bro. Like, if they think we faked it, they'd prove it, or just nuke us, or continue the cult, like, continue. Like, why would they just be like, guess you did it?
I love it.
Yeah,
dude, it's a wits. Conspiracy theories make me go, that's good. That's good food for thought. Like, because I love to just think about wonky things, and it's like, yeah, well, let's say we never went to the moon. Okay, and we just faked it. Cool. Okay. How? Like, how did we achieve that back then? And yes, I've watched YouTube videos of how they quote unquote faked it and how they could have, but like, do you think they're trying to do that in the middle of Cold War? I would not think so. I would think that we would actually want to go.
And also, let's say we did fake it. That doesn't mean Russia's gonna be faking it. Like, Russia's still trying to go to the moon. So Russia gets to the moon and sees, wait a minute.
They didn't get here.
Where's this flag? Like, there's nothing here. Like, it was fake, and then Russia fucking loses it. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just a dumb, like, there's some conspiracy theories that make sense to me. Like, the JFK assassination makes sense to me. Like, why I could see maybe the CIA being in on that, or there being a second shooter, because the magic bullet theory makes no sense.
Same.
That makes no sense. So, like, the JFK assassination, not only does it make sense that there would have to be a second shooter, but also it makes sense that the CIA or someone, a group of people deep in the government would want him dead. It makes sense considering there was a speech he gave shortly before he died, saying that there is a lot of dark forces in movement in the government, and there's a lot of dark forces in the behind the scenes, and he's about to
he dies.
He's about to bring them to the light, and this will be a time for the American people to, like, pretty much saying, hey, I'm about to, like, out a ton of people, and then he gets murked.
Yeah,
and, like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, like, the moon landing being fake, it's just, or the Earth being these don't make sense to be things.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't. I think another one that is also kind of wonky in my brain, that when people say it, it makes me go, are you sure about that? Is the 9/11 conspiracy.
Okay,
I think in general, it's all just fucked up.
Jet fuel don't melt steel beams.
I mean, yeah, but planes go through buildings.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
Planes go through buildings, and yeah, I wasn't there. And apparently there's quote unquote no documentation of a plane ever flying in to a building. Given I don't give my brain, really the only conspiracies that I really like are the ones that are like super outlandish, and this one just seems like a lot of people saying a lot of things, and I don't really care to understand it, because I don't care to understand it. All I know is that it would make sense for buildings to fall if planes were to go into them.
Yeah, I think the concept that it wouldn't have worked because of planes is the wrong angle to take a look at 9/11. The way I look at 9/11 is I think that the whole idea of like jet fuel don't melt steel beams is dumb. I think it's the way I'd look at it is it's more of like a okay. This might get me blacklisted. I'm not saying 9/11 was an inside job. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if the government really wanted to get oil money and start a war with a certain area in the world and take control of it before
Completely
the
makes sense.
Russians could take control of it, the best way to do it without the people of the country they rule getting angry at them is plan a terrorist attack in the biggest city of the whole country and make everyone unite
And then blame it
around
on someone.
exactly
Yeah.
and blame it on those people and then unite the whole country and a common cause of fuck them fuckers. And then the fact that we're invading the Middle East is no longer an issue because we're just getting payback and we can't let that happen again. So
Yeah.
that's one of those things that I'm not gonna act like I know everything and that it was one hundo inside job, especially because it's such a, I don't want to downplay the tragedy of 9/11. So many people
Oh, I
died,
don't either.
and the
Yeah.
first responders are the true heroes. But like,
Uh-huh.
I think it's ignorant not to see that going into the Middle East didn't help us a lot.
Oh, same.
And
Like
if
I concur.
if the government wanted a way to get there without it looking bad to the people,
That was the best plausible scenario.
this is the play.
Yeah, which is fucked. And like I said, that's why I don't really have a say in whether it's like a conspiracy or not, just because like it's just fucked. Whether people did do this or whether it was like an inside job or like
I think
it
they
was
probably
a legitimate-
I think they hired terrorists probably or something like that. If
Yeah.
it were an inside job, they probably the same terrorists still did it. They just probably hired the people to do it.
Yeah. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's one of the ones that make me go I don't care. Like it was a horrible thing that happened and I don't think that we should conspiracize about it.
And I think that's a total fair take to have. That's why like I'm
Yeah.
so like
On the fence.
careful
Yeah.
the way I talk about it because I feel like a lot of times people talk about 9/11 they go so hard on the government did the bad thing. It's like you're ignoring the tragedy that still is 9/11.
Of what actually happened.
Yeah, even if like the government was involved or wasn't involved, there is a tragedy there. And so I don't want to downplay
Exactly.
that. And anyone who
no,
was directly
yeah.
affected by 9/11, I live on the West Coast, so I wasn't directly affected by 9/11. But anyone who was directly affected by 9/11, my heart goes out to you and my condolences to you and your family. But also, I think it's ignorant to ignore the fact that like there's at least asking the question. It makes sense. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
would make sense that might be a reason we might want to go there. And to cause something like that to happen. I watched a video that was this guy who was part of the CIA, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Who gave one of his
he?
I think he said he was part of the CIA. Yeah, that was
he?
yeah, no, it totally could be. It totally could have been faked. But he was claiming to be a retired CIA agent, and he was like 70 at this point.
Yeah.
And this was like in 2016. When I saw the video, and it was just audio of him pretty much saying like, I was part of a team, and we weren't given like the whole mission. We were just given what we needed to do, because like, why tell everyone in the group everything you need to do? You can be caught easily that way.
Yeah.
You only tell each group what they need to do, and then no one can figure out the whole picture by talking to one person. And so they were just told to set up demolitions in a building, and they just thought they were just gonna like pretty much destroy a building, like demolitions, and then they destroyed it, and they were happy, and it worked, and they're like, they planned on how they would do it, how to execute it, and then when they saw like, hey guys, we finished your mission, hurrah, they're celebrating. They saw on the TV what was happening, and like at the 9/11 attack, so they were claiming that pretty much he claimed that one of the buildings at the World Trade Center, one of the small, because there's the Twin Towers, and then there was another building there that got destroyed, and he was claiming the other building right there at the World Trade Center, they blew up. Because there was other explosions that happened in that area that weren't just the planes. And so that's what he was claiming.
I was getting confused. Gotcha. I thought that you were saying that he, like, his squad and him, like, went into the towers, and I was like, how did they not know they were in the towers? Like, wait a minute.
There was
what?
So when the 9/11 happened, like, you know, the planes hit the Twin Towers. But then there was also an explosion in the other buildings at the World Trade Center that blew up. And it's like there was news broadcasts you can see of like another explosion happened, and it wasn't like a plane that flew into the other building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like it's those little things that get people wondering. And then this dude was pretty much saying that him and his boys were tasked to destroy that building, and then they saw the plane attack happen on the Twin Towers, and we're like,
it was a cover-up.
Oh shit! And then they blew up that building, and then like, so I mean, there's a good chance that whole video is fake, and I don't believe that video really at all, because there's no proof to it, and this dude could just be claiming to be a part. Like, it's all baseless claims without
especially if
any
there's
facts.
No video. And it's just audio.
Yeah.
My brain instantly went,
fake.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's all
I don't know about that.
It's all baseless claims.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Considering there's quite a few things that don't necessarily fully add up about 9/11, and considering what ended up happening afterwards, I bet you there's stuff we're not being told. Whether that means it was a full inside job or not, there's stuff we're not being told.
There's always stuff that us underlings aren't being told, of course.
But
of course,
I once again just want to preface to anyone listening to this, I'm not saying that was not a tragedy, and there's a good chance
the title of this is Conspiracies.
Yeah,
we don't know what we're talking about because nobody else knows what they're talking about.
And to be fair, as much as out of all of this conspiracy theories we will be talking about, this 9/11 is probably the one I am. Well, no, JFK is the one I believe. I believe the JFK
Nah, man,
one.
Roswell crash cover-up. Alien.
9/11, I'm a little iffy on. I could see it being true, but I could also see it being fake. Roswell crash? What's Roswell?
The 1969 Utah, I think Utah or Arizona, Area 51. Oh, no, wait, New Mexico.
Oh, the flying saucer.
Yeah, 47.
Do you know much? I don't know much about this, do you?
I mean, dude, it's just like the birth of aliens. That's pretty much it. Like, people saw a flying saucer over, quote unquote Area 51, and then it crashed, and then Area 51 was built, kind of thing. And then we'll just like skip ahead, like 80 years pretty much, or like 60 years, and we cut to people Naruto running in front of Area 51. Like 25 people.
That is my favorite thing that the world has ever done. That is my favorite thing that the internet has done. The collective shit, like the plan to raid Area 51, and it was like the
thousands of people signed up for it.
Like 25 people showed up, and it was like people who were like the Chad BMXers were gonna ride in, the Naruto runners behind them. Mm-hmm. It was it's the whole here. I'm gonna look up the image because they made a whole plan, like because they had a Facebook group and they made a whole diagram. The diagram of a raid on Area 51 plan.
I'm trying to look up attendance numbers.
Yeah, it was not many people showed up.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of different
Estimated up to 30,000 people. At the end, the spokesman told about 6,000 people showed up.
Oh, that's actually much better than...
It's like a third.
Yeah.
Sorry, a
unexpected.
sixth.
Dude, it's crazy to think this was in 2019 is when this happened.
Yeah, this was right before the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a conspiracy.
What if the pandemic started?
What if the pandemic started because we tried to raid Area 51? And because we, like, that was the next, like, quote-unquote civil war that was about to happen, the world was then, or, like, America was then just like, nah, we'll put all these fuckers in their homes.
Bro, what if
Boom, conspiracy born
they
here
were-
on Noted Podcast.
they were successful?
Oh, fuck yeah,
They were successful in raiding Area 51, and aliens got loose, and they just threw everyone in a global pandemic to cover it up.
Dun, dun, dun. So the videos that we saw were actually the hoax. Like, the 6,000 people that we actually saw attend.
They're
The rest of the people.
Crisis actors.
Yeah. The rest of the people were actually in Area 51 getting probed, and that's how the vaccine started.
Oh,
Dun,
dude.
dun, dun.
I love
Conspiracy theories.
So I'm looking at a diagram, and it's the Kyles with Monster Energy buff plus 10 Berserk. They'll be running in behind the reverse cards.
Oh my god.
With the wall of hackers standing at the top of the mountain, a helicopter full of shooters flying over, with the Naruto runners behind them and the rock throwers between them, and the low game will come up from the south while the Minecraft miners come from the corners, and the spies and boxes are from the mountains.
Dude, that's the plan, man. If we're gonna video game attack Area 51, that's how to fucking do it, man.
Oh, okay, I love this one even better. So, storm Area 51 official attack plan, but it looks like it's a ton of football stuff. Okay, so you'll like this. It's football references. Okay. So and this obviously is not what the original plan was, but we're just gonna go with this meme. Because it's NFL memes.
It's a meme. It's true.
Yeah. Oh, it's fact.
Conspiracy, bro. Yeah,
so
it's fact.
from the mountain behind Area 51, it's the rest of. Okay, so actually, we started at the end. We're gonna start from the top.
Okay.
Coming in from the front. Yeah. So you have like a mountain, and then Area 51, and then a big open area in the front. And in the front, first things first, it's Cowboy fans running in.
The kill box. Yep.
And then from the far right, we have people who finished last in their fantasy football leagues. The people who are pushing in kind of middle, then slant route to the left are Saints fans who actually signed a petition to replay the NFC Championship game. This is in 2019.
That's sad.
Yeah,
that's so sad.
Because this is back in 2019 when the Rams didn't get the pass interference call.
Yeah. Yep.
And then just straight running it up the gut are Eagles fans still drunk from celebrating Super Bowl 52 to absorb bullets. Coming from the left, right, between the people who finished last in their fantasy football leagues and between the Saints fans are people who think Aaron Rodgers is still better than Tom Brady.
No, that's tough.
People who are running an opposite slant to the Saints fans are Raiders fans who think this year is also their year. Right next to the Cowboy fans is Dave Gettleman and the entire New York Giants front office.
Oh, that is an insult.
Dude. And okay, this I'm totally fine with. Is the from the far left is slanting in is Seahawks fans who became fans in 2012.
That's rough. Yep.
Coming in from the back is just DK Metcalf. The orange is just DK Metcalf. Nothing else.
Just hawked down.
Everyone
I
else
love this.
is a group of people, and it just says Orange DK Metcalf. The yellow between DK and between Seahawks fans is Phillip Rivers and his large army of children.
Oh god, dude, that would actually be terrifying.
'Cause
Doesn't he have like 8 million kids?
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. I think he has like 18 children. I don't know how he has an absurd amount. He has they have basically have a football between themselves and
They
two
have
of them
9.
and
They have
9
a
children.
whole offense.
They have 9 children, dude. They have a whole offense. Okay, so then the next one is this one's great. The pink is Kareem Hunt to kick Eddie guards and Tyreek Hill to babysit Phillip Rivers kids. And then the white is the rest of us sneaking in the back safely.
Oh god. And that is what we call natural selection.
That is honestly
joke.
probably my favorite Area 51 meme I've ever seen.
That's hilarious.
And we just successfully alienated all of our non-football fans.
Yeah. Suckers. Dude. Okay, you ready for this next one?
Yeah.
Chemtrails.
Okay, yeah.
The lines from behind airplanes. People think that they're chemicals that keep us sedated.
Yeah,
That's a weird one.
I don't believe chemtrail. I mean, like, I know there's some trains that will dump chemicals, but that's over fields and stuff. And
yeah, those are called crop dusters.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, right.
And then they have the same thing with firefighters and forest fires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the whole chemtrail thing, I don't know. I feel like chemtrails are a perfect example of people seeing something they don't understand.
And being terrified of it.
Yeah, and being terrified of it. And instead of spending time to understand it, they just immediately go, that's a chemtrail. That's a chemtrail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the funny thing is...
They're like, that must be chemicals. That must be some... They're trying to make it so we can't breathe anymore, Eric.
The funny thing is that they are chemtrails because it's like fuel is being burned at a very high rate and is causing like shit. So like air make cloud cause fumes, cause pollution,
and high speeds,
chemtrails. It's not that they're like dropping like, biological warfare, population control, like geoengineering and or manipulating the weather.
I wonder.
I think it's gonna rain today. Let's have 17 airplanes come into the station today and cause clouds so that it can rain.
Once again,
incorrect.
Once again, I have to say this: if they could control the weather,
Make it better.
Why wouldn't they just make North Korea be flooded? Like, why can't they just constantly make it so shit? Like, natural disasters are a thing. If they can control the weather, why aren't they using this against their enemies? Like I don't know. Like, the concept of that. And, like, also, I wonder if, like, chemtrail believers who, like, believe that it's, that they are, like, doing, like, biological chemicals to, like, to pretty much, like, manipulate us or make us sick and stuff.
Yeah.
If when they saw COVID happen, they're like, guys, I've been telling you, it's been 10 years in the making.
Dude, ever since those big airplanes been up in the air, man, they've been spitting out them fumes, bro.
COVID's from the airplanes.
No, dude, COVID's from 5G towers, actually.
Oh, dude, okay, the 5G towers. The 5G towers is what pisses me off. Okay, so this is I'm gonna rant about. I'm gonna rant about this.
Good. I love this.
So, for those who don't know, I work at an internet provider in my local community in Washington.
You give people COVID, Daniel?
I did, yes, apparently, according to this. I mean, actually, we don't have 5G towers. Well, okay. We have towers that use 5 gigahertz frequencies, yes. We do. Okay, so yes, my company gave people
Mr. Big Words.
we
Specifically use 5 gigahertz towers to
and 2.4 gigahertz, but yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I was about to say. It's like, look, am I the most knowledgeable person in this field? No, but I have a good understanding of the things we are looking at and of the technology they are talking about. People are acting like 5G is going to kill them when they don't realize they've had 5G in their own house at some scale for the past 10 years. Your Wi-Fi router has 2 different frequencies for Wi-Fi, which is why usually people have 2 different Wi-Fis.
Yeah, one of them's called 5G.
Yeah. It's a 5
that you can
gigahertz.
See when you're connecting to your Wi-Fi.
It's a 5 gigahertz frequency. And that's been there this whole time.
But
and
the waves are too thick, bro.
If you for some reason, which by the way, the signal from a 5 gigahertz router can be blocked by metal inside your own house, but it's definitely strong enough to give your testes some radiation.
Yeah. Especially when you do squats over it.
Yeah. And
I promise.
The amount of time you would have to spend to actually get negative effects from a 5 gigahertz tower. You would have to spend multiple days on end, weeks probably, in front of a tower blasting you to see any negative effects.
Yeah, you would probably have to be like isolated in a chamber, I would imagine.
Yeah, like you would have to be right in front of it for a long period of time, for days on end, for it to...
it's not like a radiation.
And we're talking about a tower. So, like, something that's meant to shoot the signal miles.
Yeah.
Miles.
Thin.
You would have to stand in front of that.
Waves.
Yeah, so not something that you in your fucking pompous house in the middle of fucking the city you're in. You're not going to be affected from a tower that's 5 miles away in a forest you can't see, or up on a hill you can't see. Like, you're fine.
But if you're standing at the base of it trying to tear it down,
even then you would be fine.
I'm just Surfer Eric, dude.
Surfer
he got an education. He asked a better question.
Because even then, like I said, you would have to spend multiple days on end right in front of it. It blasting you at max pretty much for it to negatively affect you.
I like how CNBC had to point out that 5G chips are too large to fit through the vaccine syringe. You're welcome.
That's something.
Sorry, I just had to put that in there.
That is something. And then also, some people, once 5G became a whole thing people were scared about, they started reading about 2.4 too. You don't hear about it as much because 5G is new, but people are like, 2.4 is going to kill us. It's like, no, 2.4 gigahertz is a common frequency, radio frequency, because we just, by the way, taught radios a new trick. That's all this is teaching radios a new trick, which you've had for so long.
Since, like, ever.
Yeah,
there have been radios forever.
At least the 1920s, I want to say. When I think it was before that. Radio was made in 1906. So over 100 years now, we've had radio frequencies. Obviously, to a different degree than what they are now. But yeah,
it's just think the life expectancy has only gone up.
Yeah. But 2.4 gigahertz is more common in your daily life than even 5 gigahertz is. If you have a Wi-Fi router that you've bought within the last 10 years, you have a 5G frequency on it. Sorry to break it to you. But 2.4 gigahertz, do you have a garage door opener? Then you have a 2.4 gigahertz frequency in your house. Do you have a baby monitor? Then you have a 2.4 gigahertz. Have you ever nuked something in your microwave? Guess what? Your microwave produces a 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Those are 3 common household appliances that use this, and there's many more. So, the concept that we're going to die from and get radiation for something we've been using for a long time, we're just using it on a larger scale than we could have in the past.
To produce your sweet mobile device that gives you dopamine hits every 3 seconds.
Yeah. It's just using the same technology we've had at a larger scale than we've been able to in the past. They're just upgrading their infrastructure to be better. And it's just a lot of people, like we said about chemtrails, seeing something they don't understand and being afraid of it, and then instead of asking the experts in the field about it, they look up things that then lead them towards they look up, why is it bad? Why is it bad? Not is it bad, but why is it bad? Then they find someone who's uneducated on YouTube telling them that it's bad. Then they go onto a Facebook forum telling them why it's bad. And then social dilemma happens. And so then we get a lot of like
the rabbit trail that we have gone down.
So much fucking like stupidity instead of asking experts. And then that's like
exactly. Well, it's not even about like trusting experts.
Yeah, that's
like the amount of paranoia and like skepticism because of what our phones do to our brain.
No one wants to
Good God.
No one wants to trust experts anymore.
No, it makes me
unless
so
it agrees with them. And that's what pisses
exactly.
me off. It's like, why are they here then? Like, why are they here?
Yeah.
You don't believe them.
Why do they have jobs? Why do they go to school and get a degree?
You don't trust them, even though they are literally the most educated person here. Why don't you trust them? Well, because you just choose to think it's wrong. Like, that's not an argument.
I just don't believe
that. Is not an argument. That is you being ignorant and literally closing your mind.
Yup. It's sad. And that's practically that's conspiracies.
Yeah. I want to go.
I would say the best one
is birds aren't real.
Oh, I was gonna say the QAnon one, but yes.
Well, I don't want to talk about QAnon. That's just a whole nother basket of probably me just gonna yell and get angry. But I want to laugh at birds aren't real. I want to laugh at that. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I didn't.
Well,
think
okay,
so
I was actually I was actually reading this one a second ago, and these are apparently like, I don't know if they're specifically talking about birds or if they're talking about like a specific like type of bird maybe. I don't know. You'll have to read this whole little thing. Because I've never
from
heard
livescience.com. Top 13 of best conspiracy theories is what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, this last one I don't understand. I actually do not understand it. Apparently there's like a movement developed by this dude who started to spread a rumor in 2017 that like birds aren't real and they're government drones, and apparently people believe it now.
You know my favorite part?
We should just start a conspiracy theory.
You know what my favorite part about the
because apparently it can happen.
You know my favorite part about the internet, Eric?
Tell me.
Is the kids you grew up with in school who said that my girlfriend's parents are the owners of Nintendo, or my dad's the owner of Nintendo. Those kids,
they run the world now.
They start shit like this, and it works.
Yeah, no, it does.
And dude, you know what it is? That guy in 2017 probably just finished watching the first Incredibles, where a pigeon has a camera eye in it. He's like, oh shit, dude. I'm tripping balls on some mushrooms. Did that bird just look at me funny? Let me go outside
I think
and
the
look at some
are
birds.
probably the problem there, Daniel. Not saying that mushrooms are a problem, but like, you know, I could see how a conspiracy would start if someone were under the influence of a psychedelic.
No, but it's the whole thing of like, oh, the government is hiding things, and they slowly tell us in media, and so in a children's movie in Pixar, they decided to tell us in Incredibles that pigeons are fake and have cameras in their eyes.
Yeah, dude, just like and like, you know, like Inside Out, dude, like the one about the emotions. Like, we only have 5 emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We only have a subset array of emotions that we're allowed to. We are either allowed as a human to be angry, jealous, afraid, joyful, or depressed.
You know,
that's it. You're not allowed to, and you can only feel one of them.
Yeah.
At a specific time.
Yeah, you're not, and you can only have happy core memories. Depression isn't real, and if you think it is, you're dumb.
Yeah.
But
then
I'm
at the
joking.
end of the
I'm
movie-
joking. I'm
But
joking.
then at the end of the movie, there's multicolored balls and everybody's excited.
Fuck that. That's
Shut up.
That's emotional growth. We don't accept
That's trauma.
That. We don't. We don't accept that here. We don't accept you having a happy mental lifestyle. No, fuck that shit.
Facts.
Fuck that.
No, that's a conspiracy too.
You know my favorite conspiracy? The Pixar theory.
Yeah, I would have to say if there is any conspiracy that I actually love, it's the Pixar theory.
Yeah. It's the best conspiracy.
Because it's not even a conspiracy, it's a theory.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
It's a game theory. Thanks for watching.
And then we get copy strikes.
Fuck. Come on, Matt Bat. I thought you like small creators.
Lies. It's all a conspiracy theory for him to impact the youth and
Now
inspire
that's a
them to
conspiracy
do
theory.
things.
Conspiracy theory. Thanks for watching.
Oh God, dude. Who are we?
Well, thank you.
I have a new conspiracy
Oh, okay.
now.
Yeah.
The Noted podcast is a conspiracy.
We're planted by mainstream Hollywood to make you only think about movies and TV shows, so you can never grow outside of yourself. And then when you start to grow outside of yourself, we make episodes like this to tell you to shut the fuck up and you don't know things. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Daniel, you won me over right there, dude. That's it. That's my life.
Yeah, dude, that's the Noted conspiracy theory. Thanks for watching.
Oh God. Shut the fuck up and watch another movie.
Gaslighting's not real, and you're dumb for thinking it's real.
Oh gosh.
42
42 minutes of just straight ass.
Dude, I will say it. I think this might be the best episode we've ever made in our life.
It's because it's just a giant fucking joke.
Well,
besides the 9/11, I just have to preface that.
Okay.
That's a very serious tone, but everything else here, you're gonna fuck off.
Yeah, once again, we acknowledge the traumatic situation and event that was for America. But also, keep
for
poop.
America. God damn it. Oh gosh.
Well, guys, I think this is where we'll wrap it up before I get us canceled. Thank you for listening.
This
the
video
Noted
was sponsored by
podcast.
the Batman movie.
HBO is gonna copy strike us. We did not sponsor them. I promise we did not sponsor them. But if you want to, you can email me, message me, or DM me. You can find us at Spotify, YouTube, and Twitter at The Noted Podcast, and Instagram at The Noted Podcast as well. I got you, boo. Like, subscribe, comment, please. I'll comment your favorite conspiracy theories, and we'll tell you why you're dumb.
One that you either heard of or that we didn't touch on, and then maybe we'll have another one of these.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely loved talking shit about people's beliefs.
If we can get to 5 likes,
5.
We'll do another one.
I'm desperate.
Dude,
5
fuck it,
likes.
bro. I will start.
5 likes and 2 comments.
We
please.
gotta, 5 likes, 2 comments. We'll do another one. That's all we need, dude. I'm setting the bar low. 5 likes and 2 comments.
Setting the bar low.
That's all we need, and we'll do another one. Okay.
We are gonna be half of those likes and 2 of those comments, just so you guys know.
No,
okay,
we won't. Okay, bye.